Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance, and this is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, and we're on the south spawn of Erlenberg, and the name of the commander is burntbear, and he's a member of What Arty Noobs. Now, battle's about to get underway, and they're off. This is a standard battle, so it's kill all the enemy or capture their cat. And it's 15 minutes. So often when we're on Erlenberg, you see it's an assault battle, and you're either on the defending team or the attacking team. Now, burntbear's decided to go off to the east. Looks like he's headed for the trees. There's a variety of places you can go on this map and support your team. Okay, settling into the right area. Okay, it's extending his aim. Might be quicker using your right hand mouse button on the mini-map. That will take you directly to the place you want to look at straight away. Oh, but he gets a lovely shot on that Hellcat straight off. 156 hit points, and he's tracked it. Great thing about the M44, it's got such a fast reload, 16 seconds near enough. You can do a lot of damage, it's very accurate indeed. Now that Hellcat is a fast mover, so it was a pity that it pulled away after he'd fired. But I think we do know he's going to be on that right hand side of the map, on the east flank. Round out on that bathtub. The S35CA, and he does do 45 hit points of damage. The Hellcat is in the dip actually, it's behind that house, but I think, yes, that's the more preferable target. Rounds out. Oh, it's pulled away again, but he is taken out by the griller. Oh, that's good. It was a splash kill, I think, as well. Looks like the shell landed behind the Hellcat, but took him out. Okay, he's fired another round in, presuming that T-34-85 was there, and he was there, because the shell disappeared without an explosion. So that T-34 was using the wreck as a shield, and it didn't pay off for him. Now, I think that burntbear will try the same again. Yep, we can see that T-34-85 has lost a lot of hit points. Okay, T-67, American TD. He's pulling up that hill. Tier 5 American TD. Oh, he's taken a lot of hits there. And there's a T-25-2 hiding behind the house. Now, this is a Tier 7 game, and that T-25-2 is a Tier 7 tank destroyer. He's loaded, he shoots. He hits the building. He's pulled away again. The Cromwell's using that building as cover, but that won't protect him from splash. If burntbear fires a round at the positions aimed at right now, he will splash that Cromwell. He's waiting for the Cromwell to pull out. He's fired a round in anyway, and he's reloading. Okay, the bathtub is up on top of the hill. Now you can see the familiar shape. It's like those bathtubs of old. And there's the T-25-2. He's poking his head out. Let's see if we can put a shell into that T-25-2. And it goes exactly where the T-25-2 was, but I'm not sure the shell actually hit him. Okay, T-71's making moves south, so's the Cromwell. And burntbear's not loaded yet, but he will be very shortly, and he'll be able to take on those tanks. Oh, he fires a round in there, almost gets his own Sparpanzer. And the T-25-2 is sitting up there, firing rounds at them. T-71's been taken out. Okay, and he gets the hit on the T-25-2. There's the bathtub, firing behind the tree cover. And he's pulled away back behind the ridgeline. He knows that he needs to get out into cover because it's a slow-moving. He's a slow-moving TD. And he's vulnerable to hits, but he's got quite a deadly gun. He fires a round in and he takes out the Cromwell with a rear end shot. That 155 went straight into the rear of the Cromwell, took him out the game. He's been sent back to the garage. Okay, T-34-85 in the courtyard. Lost sight of him. I think he's going to pull around the south side of the courtyard very shortly. There's an E25 and a Churchill there. But there's an EM4 in the town. Now, can he get a shot into that? Rounds out. And he does. He splashes it. 204 hit points. That's a good score. There's the T-34 again. But nobody's paying attention to the north except Burnt Bear, the Sparpanzer, and the IKV-65. The 12 tons headed west. Now he's aiming for the top of the hill, supposing that the bathtub's going to come over the top. I think it'd probably be better looking at those bushes to the south, to the west of there, because that's where the bathtub fired from last time. Now he's obstructed on fire by the buildings there. But somebody's managed to get a hit on the M4 and it's stunned. There's the AMX CLC and he's come a long way south. Lining up a shot. Slow now. The hamster driven ones are much slower than the old ones. And he's been spotted, so he'll have to move. I think when he fired, the AMX CLC saw him. Unfortunately, because he's going uphill, he's rather slow at the moment. And rounds are coming in from the enemy. I think that was the T-25-2 that was firing at him. And he's still being seen. And he's been hit by the T-34-85. Not a big hit. 120 hit points. He can survive that. But he needs to get across the river. And he's headed for the deep area now. He needs to get into the shallows. He's done that. Now he's turning to fire back, using the riverbank as a shield. That's a smart move. If he can get under the bushes, the enemy won't be able to fire at him. He's actually decided to go to the other side of the riverbank. And he's shooting back at the tanks being spotted by the 12T. The Sparpanzer's headed north. He's going to try and take out that bishop. There's a bishop that was seen up north. And he's been spotted again. The bishop. There's the ELC. Sparpanzer's after the bishop. And Burnt Bear's paying attention to the bishop now. He's fired a round in. Unfortunately, it hits the house. Didn't leave it to aim long enough. And unfortunately, they lost the Sparpanzer to the T-25-2. But the enemy lost the bishop in the process. Fires another round in, trying to get that T-25-2. Okay, there's a Leo on the river edge, on the river bank. You can lay a shell down there. Dialed in, rounds out. And he did, he hit it! He must have hit the rear of that Leo, as it was by the side of the building. And he's killed the Leo! I think he must have set fire to it. He must have hit the engine. I'm pretty sure he's probably got an arsonist medal. Okay, stunned that T-34-85. Now I think we've got this battle in the hand because it's only 4 enemy left. 2 of them are down here. The E-25 and the Panzer III-4 are occupied. The cap on the other end, or will be. And there's the T-34-85 taken out. That means there's only 2 enemy left now. T-25-2. Waiting for the reload. He's sitting there shooting, but he's not moving very far. Rounds out. And that's a splash. 222 critical hits. The only remaining enemy other than this T-25-2 is the AMX CLC. Rounds out. And he's taken out before Burnt Bear shell arrives. So it's just the AMX ELC, or ELC AMX, as most people who've been playing the game for at least 4 years would actually refer to it, because the name was the other way around. when they first started, and it's taking hits from the Panzer III-4, and it's been taken out. The Panther managed to kill it, so they've won the battle. And let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a second class tanker for burntbear in the M44. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage, and he actually managed to get 13. He did set fire to the Leo. He got an arsonist badge for setting fire to it. The shell must have gone right into the engine bay of that Leo, set fire to him, and he burnt up afterwards. And he picked up the high caliber for scoring the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the hit points of the enemy team, and we can see the hits there. On team score, he came top on damage with 2,150 hit points. He came joint top with 3 kills, and he could have platooned with the E25, but probably it escaped his mind at the time. And he came second when it came to base XP of 797. The Gorilla managed to get the top amount. Because of course the Gorilla's are tier 5, the M44's tier 6. He scored more XP because he was hitting higher tier opponents. burntbear fired 22 rounds. He got 3 direct hits, 3 penetration, 10 splash damage. Did total damage of 2,150 hit points, but he did 2,087 at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit, 1 penetration from T-34-85. He hit 8 of the enemy, killed 3 of them. He also caused 11 stuns, but didn't get any stun assistance. On a premium account, he earned 37,937 credits. But after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 25,987 credits, which is still a decent amount. He received 1,196 base XP, and that's all he took away because there was no multipliers. So, yes, as you've said, it's a solid battle. You can't deny that. It's a high caliber medal, and they're always nice to get. So if you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in the next video.